Government is the governing body of a nation, state, or community. So why do we need government? Because we need structure in our state, nation, or community. We need government so that laws will be made and enforced for people who do not follow them. The government keeps the union together, ensuring peace between citizens. It also protects the rights of individuals. If we were to live in free land, then we would be living with total freedom. No laws, no ruler, no job, or education required, and nothing is against the law. Government's job is to protect the rights we were born with, taxes our incomes, and makes laws to protect our welfare. Laws also tell citizens what is expected of them. Thomas Hobbes once said, "Life without government would be solitary, poor, nasty, brutish, and short." Humans naturally compete for territory, resources, and power. If this is true, and if there were no laws, what would result? The function of government is to provide services such as schools, libraries, hospitals, parks, water, fire, and police departments. They are supposed to provide security by preventing crime and protect citizens from foreign attacks. They guide the community by managing the community and foreign relations. Government also gives us many benefits, such as financial assistance, unemployment benefits, food stamps, welfare or temporary assistance for needy families, Medicaid, and children's insurance program. And this is what each program can do for you. In some states, the program covers all low-income adults below a certain income level. If you have a low income, food stamps is a federal nutrition program that can help you stretch your food budget. If you're looking for immediate or emergency help, your state's human service or social service agency might be able to provide financial assistance or refer you to local community organizations. Medicaid is a joint state and federal health coverage program that provides free or low cost medical benefits to eligible low-income adults, children, pregnant women, seniors, and people with disabilities. Unemployment insurance program may pay money to workers who become unemployed through no fault of their own. You must meet certain requirements as determined by your state. Temporary assistance for needy families, also known as welfare, is designed to help families recover from temporary difficulties and move forward. Now to Reed Brown to talk about the dangers of a poorly constructed government and what we can do to prevent it.
Thanks, Sims. With a poorly constructed government, it could lead to things such as the economy and infrastructure suffering, and sooner or later it would end up being anarchy. If it goes into anarchy, that state, nation, or community could turn a purge. Violence would be a big problem, because with a government not properly constructed, people would try to overrule the actual ruler and change rules. Therefore, people would fight over power, and everyone in communities would find themselves at a loss. Violence in construction would take place in an uncivil manner, because all fights would be under personal circumstance, and there would be no civil law involved. No one would be rightfully punished for unlawful acts, especially violence, because the government is not taken seriously. Also, poverty could potentially become a problem, because the rich would get richer and poor would get poorer. With an infrastructure of a poor government, if lawfulness is not taken seriously, those with more social power would immediately dominate the structure of said society. Also, a government needs money to continue to run, and one that is not well constructed would put additional taxes in order to attempt at making improvements. This needed money shows up in the people's taxes, and the lower classes would not be able to pay these additional financial needs. Unlike the rich who have this ability, the rich will get richer because the prices of items and the tax on them will have to rise, which means workers will end up being paid more than before. To prevent having a poorly constructed government with breakouts of violence, the government needs to form a strong partnership with the police and like forces. With police protection, crime levels will drop dramatically. The government will follow the three branches, executive, legislative, and judicial, to determine the level of punishment for the crime that was committed. To approach potential poverty issues, the government could create jobs. They can raise the minimum wage, support pay equity so that women and men get paid the same amount, and they can expand Medicaid to the states that refuse to expand their Medicaid could be voted upon. If government did not exist, we would have to invent we'd have to invent it for the reason that without it, we would not have taxation, defense, education, crime, healthcare, transportation, the environment, civil rights, and then working conditions. This is why it is important to have a strongly constructed government, because the list of public policy issues handled by government is nearly endless. And thanks for tuning in.